This is how you unlock your gym potential and the 3 reasons why you're probably not seeing the results that you want to see. So here's why you're not seeing results in the gym and how you can fix it. So you're showing up, you're working out, you're trying to eat better, but nothing is really changing. The scale isn't moving the way you want. You don't look how you expected. You feel like you're doing everything right, but you're still stuck. If that's you, then hear this loud and clear. You're not broken, you're just overwhelmed. Most people don't fail in the gym because they're lazy. They fail because they're confused. And confusion leads to inconsistency, second guessing, and eventually quitting, or at least for most people. So let's simplify things. The real reason you're not seeing results, it almost always comes down to 3 simple things. Number one, you don't have a clear plan. I've seen this over and over again. Someone walks into the gym, they do a few machines, maybe some cardio, they try a workout that they saw online, and they just hope that it works. One of my clients actually came to me after doing this for months. She had been working hard, but she had no structure, and every workout was different. No direction, no progression, just guesswork. Once we gave her a simple plan, everything changed because a real plan removes guesswork. It tells you what exercises to do, how many sets and reps, when and how to improve. And without that, you're just hoping that something works and leads to results. Now, the number 2 reason is that you are simply not progressing. This is the biggest mistake that most people don't realize they're making. They're using the same weights, they're doing the same number of reps, they're using the same routine week after week. Your body adapts fast, and if nothing changes, nothing changes. This is where progressive overload comes in. And the simple definition for that is doing a little more over time so your body has a reason to grow. That could mean adding 5 pounds, doing one more rep, or moving with better control. You don't need to overthink it, but you do need to progress. And we'll break this down further in some other videos coming up. All right. The number 3 reason is that you haven't been consistent for long enough yet. And this one matters more than anything else. Most people don't give their body enough time. They train for a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months, then they stop, switch programs, or lose motivation. But real results come from months of consistency, repeating the basics, and trusting the process. Because consistency plus time equals results. Not motivation, not perfection. Just showing up and doing the right things over and over and over again. Now, the simple fix is you don't need more information. You need a simple system that you can stick to. Train, rest, perform, rest, repeat. Here's what that actually looks like. Train is going to be your strength workouts. This is where you focus on basic lifts like squats, deadlifts and hinges, push-ups, bench press, rows, pull downs. The goal here is to build strength and muscle. Now for your rest, these are going to be your recovery days. This is when you sleep, you eat enough protein, you make sure to let your body actually recover. And you're supposed to use this time to walk, add stretching and mobility work, and just generally be active. The goal here is to grow stronger between your workouts. Then you have perform, which is just going to be movement and conditioning. This is where you add things like sprints, cardio, heavy carries like walking with heavy dumbbells, core work. The goal here is to stay athletic, move well, and build endurance. After that, you're going to rest again because, again, recovery is where progress actually happens. And then you just repeat this system over and over again. That's it. Simple, repeatable, and effective. That's your system. Now, the number one question I get to this is, what about fat loss, toning, and diets? This is where confusion usually explodes. So let's simplify it. Toning isn't real. It just means building muscle plus losing fat. Weight loss does not always equal fat loss. You can lose weight and still not like the way that you look. And actually, when you lose a bunch of weight, you're typically losing muscle as well. So no bueno. Also, beginners don't need to rush into dieting at all. Your body needs fuel to build muscle, and it needs to build muscle in order to create the shape before you lose a bunch of weight. So focus first on getting stronger. Weight loss will happen naturally. Also, remember, muscle will shape your body, improve your metabolism, and make fat loss a lot easier later on down the road. Of course, at some point, we'll go deeper into fat loss versus weight loss, calorie deficits, and how to actually quote unquote tone, but that's going to be in future videos. So stay tuned for that. Now, what should you do next? If you feel stuck, keep it simple. Follow a structured strength plan, track your lifts so you can improve them, aim to get slightly stronger each week, train 2 to 3 times per week consistently, and stop jumping between random workouts. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. So quick recap, and please remember this. If you're not seeing results, it's usually because you don't have a plan, you're not progressing, and you haven't been consistent long enough. If you fix those 3 things, everything else starts to change. So if you're ready to stop guessing and you want a simple plan built for you and guidance so you actually stick with it, go ahead and book a call with me and let's build out your plan together.